Hello, welcome once again to Evolve, where faith meets rhythm and life finds its full expression. I'm your host, Olufumi Layo Oloyede, and in today's episode, I'm sharing with you finding closure without answers. Finding closure without answers. As I grew older, I noticed people live without explanation. And I'd noticed that pattern as a child. Yes, I was a toddler when my dad took me to his parents with no explanation or information, even though I was too young to even know what was going on. And during my formative years, as I grew older, he came back to the place and brought me back to town with no information. And you know, as time goes by, I realized that either in relationships or at school, in the neighborhood, in church, people who were once close with me that I was so fond of just leave without any information. As time passed by, I had associates in ministry who just disappeared without prior information, no fight of any sort, no misunderstanding or argument. They just disappear. You know, most of the time I go out of my way to at least ask why they stopped calling or engaging with me. Some, they either avoid my call, or they refuse to pick my call, or they don't return my messages. And you know, this got at me, and I began to ask questions. And one of the many experiences I had was with a young lady who, after 2 whole years, eventually told me the reason why she left. And what was the reason? She said I didn't love her well enough. I'm like, this one choco. For 2 whole years. For 2 whole years, 365 days multiplied by 2. If you are good in mathematics, please help me put that together. For 2 whole years, do you have the idea of the psychological effect, the emotional trauma, the mental torture that your silence put me through? You know, because I noticed this pattern kept repeating itself in different forms. It got at me. I began to ask questions. I enrolled in different trainings. I enrolled in different kinds of therapy sessions because I needed an answer. I needed answer to why people would just leave with no prior information, no communication, nothing. You know, I discussed with leaders. No one could give a great answer. I shared sometimes with my sisters. The only solace I got was, Emma Binu, Emma worry. In as much as you know you have nothing against this person and you have not offended these people. In fact, one of my associates once told me maybe the person doesn't like some of the things that you do to her and she decided to leave quietly. And I'm like, why? Why have you stayed this long? If I do something to you that you aren't cool about, why haven't you joined them all this while? You know, as days go by, I got answers to my long-awaited questions. The more you ask, it may take long. The more you ask, the more you're giving room to answers to come to you. And thank God I got answers to those questions. When people leave without explanation, one, be thankful that they left not out of fight, but by their own discretion or volition. Number 2, acknowledge your emotions. You felt angry, you felt bad, you felt disappointed, because at a time you would have assumed that they came for a lifetime. Then one of the things I did was to bring back the memories of great times spent together. Run through your last moments with those people, the actions, the words spoken. Run through it, take a time and just think through it to check yourself that you've not said anything out of context that could warrant such action. Reach out to the person to check if possible. Try your best possible, because I remember, oh God, I overdid it. It got to a time, I went out of my way on this person's birthday. We'll send birthday cakes. I'll call one or two people. Let's go and make surprise visits. Even though that surprise visit has caused me a lot of harm. We'll go there, surprise a person who ended up surprising ourselves. Just because I want to make peace. The Bible says, as it lies within you, make peace. As it lies within you, make peace with all men. And if you have tried every possible avenue to no avail, commit it to God. Commit it to God. If you have someone that you trust, speak to someone. Then that should inform you setting boundaries so that such do not reoccur. Pray for them regardless. And the next thing, be at peace with yourself. Do not judge their actions because they acted based on their knowledge per time. And I need you to know that those occurrences sometimes has nothing to do with you. Life just happened. And some of them, they have some dealings that they have that they can't even explain. So the best way to express it is to the people that are close to them. So life happened. They just could not continue with you because some of them are for seasons and they are for reasons. Till I come your way next time, I remain your host, Olufunmilayo Oloyede. Bye.